Right now we have cousin Henry and his girlfriend LaTrece from Alabama. They came for Mom's 92nd birthday, which is just an outstanding show of love. And he has such a fascinating history that we wanted to record it and just let the family know of his contributions and all that he's done. So we're going to, hopefully, I'll close my big mouth and let him do most of the talking. And some of the questions right off the bat is, how did the nickname Blue come about?
You know, it's amazing you would ask me this. You know, I'm sitting here looking at my grandmother's picture. I remember when Grandma told me how the name of Blue came about. She said it was a Sunday morning, and she was in the choir loft. And when she was in the choir loft, my brother, oldest brother, bust through the church. And he said he couldn't get it out. Grandma, the baby is coming. We lived behind the church. I was delivered by a midwife in West End. My brother, oldest one, Nathaniel Singleton, bust through the church. Grandma, the baby is coming. So Grandma rushed out the choir loft to come to the house that we were staying in the back of the church. And when Grandma got there, Grandma T, I had came out.
Okay.
And Grandma said she looked at me, and she looked down, and she said I was so black I was blue. So she started to she named me Blue. And that's how Blue came from my father's side of the family.
It's true.
It was on a Sunday.
Absolutely, but I think in just knowing you through the years, not on a personal level, but just Cousin Blue, it's an endearing name. I mean, there was nothing, as far as I know, in our communication, even with you and sitting here with you now, it's like that you shy away from it, like, you know, I'm such and such an age. Henry is fine. You don't even say that, so it's just been an endearing name. Awesome.
But it is amazing because on this side of the family, which is my grandma's side, my father's side, Napoleon, I was Blue.
Right.
On my mother's side of the family, they call me Cooey.
So you had two nicknames.
Two nicknames.
Okay.
Blue on one side, Cooey on the other.
Right.
And it was amazing growing up in West End, which we were a community.
Yeah.
West End was a community. Everybody knew everybody.
Right.
If my neighbor, which is Miss Florence, Auntie Florence, or anybody who spanked me as a child, when my dear got home, I got another whooping. That's just the way it was.
Right.
West End was a community.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's how it was. Everybody knew. We had Ebenezer's church.
Sure.
When someone died in the community, I remember as a little kid, Lindsay Kersey used to ring the bell. And we knew when that church bell went off, somebody in that community had died. And then we go fast forward to life.
Gotcha.
As time went on, I remember my auntie, who was 92 years old, sitting here. I remember as a kid, a baby almost, when she came back from New Orleans. When she came back from New Orleans, she had 3 boys. And that was you, which was Gerald. The one I knew was Pete, he was the oldest one, and Maya.
Right.
Auntie came back with 3 boys. I remember my grandmother lived across the street from the church.
Right.
And as a little kid, my mother lived down the hill from the church. And I would always come to Grandma's house every day. And then coming to Grandma's house, there was always something going on at Grandma's. So that's the time that I knew I used to see my auntie, used to see you as little babies running around at Grandma's house.
Right.
But one thing that stood out with me was Grandma had a black pot in the back of her house that she lived. Right. And that's the first time I experienced lye corn.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Grandma used to boil this corn.
Right.
And everybody from the community came and got this corn from Grandma.
Wow.
It was lye corn. And it was some of the best eating ever experienced in my life.
Right.
Was a lockout.
Okay.
And as time went on, Uncle Wilbur, I guess he sent for Grandma.
Yeah.
To come to Rochester.
Sure. Yeah.
Along with that, my auntie, your mother, you as babies, everybody came up to Rochester.
Right.
So West End was still flourishing at that time. We were still a community. West End was still a community. So we, school and life, and you all was in Rochester, and one day some hit God way. I was on my way to New York City.
Right. Now, I want to back up the story back to the beginning. So can you tell us about your siblings and the relationship with your dad? And then not only that, I know the endearing of my mom, but what about Uncle Willie and Uncle Alfred?
It was funny you would go back there because we were a community.
Yeah.
And I remember as a little kid, I had a cousin named Harold. I don't know who that was. And
that's Willie Mae's son, correct?
Willie Mae's son, Harold. He had went to Detroit and he came back home at some point. And as a little kid, Harold had me with him. Auntie Willie Mae had a store in her house.
Right.
We used to sell soda and candy and cookies. And I remember at evening, especially on the weekend, Harold would go back there and sell the sodas and sell the cookies and the candy, and I would be with him. That was right in front of the church where Auntie Willie Mae lived.
Right.
And as a kid, I did all of these things with Harold. I learned so much from him.
What was the age difference?
Oh, Harold was a full-grown man.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I was in my, I was around 10, 11, or 12.
Wow.
Somewhere along there.
Okay.
I learned so much from him. What amazed me about Harold, the way he spoke. He grew up in Detroit. He came back with a different accent. Very, very, very professional and intelligent accent. Right. But he had his challenges. Okay. Something happened with Harold in Detroit that he came back home, and something happened with his blood or whatever, that he had problems with his. Auntie, maybe you can take it further with his pigment in his face.
Correct, yeah, I remember that.
Right, okay, so that was, brought him back. Okay. And he got well and he went back to Detroit. But if you say my father and mother, let's be honest here, some happened along the way. My father had 3 kids from my mother. 3, okay, beautiful. Pedro, which was the oldest, Irvin, then me.
Are they still living?
No.
No. Okay.
Irvin, they had 3 kids, my mother and father, and something happened that they didn't make it. Right. But by them not making it, I knew who my father was. Okay. I knew who my grandmother was.
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
We were all still in that same community. You know, I knew my father as a man who dressed in pecker. Sport, absolutely, yes. Yes, for the other, yeah, absolutely. Every day. Yeah. He dressed in a suit or a tie, shoes would shine. That was my daddy. Right. And one of the biggest things about my father that I remember, maybe it's sad to say, he was a man, he loved his cars. Yeah, yes, absolutely. He drove Buicks. Mostly it was Buicks. Okay. Chevrolets, but he loved his cars. Right. Now, what was his profession, though? My father was he didn't go to college. Right. Let's be fair. Right. He did go to Army. Okay. In the military. Oh, gotcha. But my father was in the military. When he came out of military, he had jobs. Okay. He got jobs here and there because during that time, my father was one of the was one of the ones that could read and write. Right. A lot of people could not during that time. Right. But my father could get a job here today and get one tomorrow. Mm-hmm. But but women was crazy about him. Oh. Okay. They called him 40 up. Right. He looked good. He had all his teeth. He talked. He had a nice car. And when we talk about the 50s, 60s, that was, just the way it was.
Yes, sir.
So, my father, I remember, I was in New York. My father passed, and I came home and I spoke at his funeral.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go back to me going to New York.
Right.
I was a young man in school, and one of my uncles, Uncle Tie-Dye, had seen something within me in the community,
mm-hmm.
and he didn't like it because he seen what was going on. And he called me to his house. He said, I want you to come see me. It was one Monday. And he said, he had a long talk with me, and I said, Uncle, he said, Blue, what do you want to do? I said, Uncle Tight, I want to leave here. He said, where do you want to go? I said, I don't know. I said, I got family in Detroit, and I got family in New York. So he said, where do you want to go? He said, I said, New York. He said, go.
Good.
The rest is history.
Wow.
Get with the better
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
he always said that to me, get with the better class of people.
Mm-hmm.
But see, and maybe I'm skipping over some things, but as I found my way in New York, I would get a call every month, every 6 months. Somewhere I grew up with had died. Somebody killed them. They didn't die.
Right, somebody killed them.
Something happened
Mm-hmm.
within them.
Mm-hmm.
And all of the guys that I grew up with, I came back in 2018. Nobody's around.
Wow.
They all gone.
Yeah.
Of something that might have went down in their life.
And then part of, just as you said, your experience in New York, if you can share that and how you did become such a political figure.
New York is very interesting because I had an uncle there and I had an aunt. And I had my brother Irvin live.
And this is on your mom's side.
On my mom's side. So I left, when I came to New York, I lived with my aunt. She had 2 kids. And I stayed with my aunt approximately a year and a half to 2 years as I went to school in New York to further my education.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle got me a job at a hospital. And I got a job at the hospital, and as I got to know, as I moved around in New York, let's go back. And when I wasn't in school, I was working at a daycare center.
Okay.
Worked at a daycare center, and my aunt was a teacher there. And it was amazing. I used to take care of this little kid named Shauna Taylor. And this little kid I used to pick up from after school, bring her to an after school program. I was in school, went to pick her up and bring her from school to an after school program. Shauna was about 8 or 9.
Mm-hmm.
Bring her to this after school program where my aunt was a teacher. And one day this lady showed up. Very unusual. Here comes this lady with a bald head, long earrings.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know who she was. I'm like, Shauna said, Henry, this is my mother. Okay, that's your mom. And, oh, my baby talked about you all the time and blah, blah, this. And baby, okay. As time went on, a couple of months later, here comes this lady again. And I'm like, Shauna, there's your mother. She said, Henry, now that's the name, my real name kicked in. Nobody in New York knew me as Blue.
Right.
Nobody in New York knew me as Truby. Everybody knew me as Henry.
Right.
Singleton. That's when I really, my real name.
Right.
So here comes this lady, and finally she introduced herself to me. She said, you don't know who I am, do I? I said, no. Martha was standing there. She was laughing. She said, I'm Susan Taylor. Susan Taylor. She said, I'm the editor-in-chief of Exxon Magazine.
Get out of here.
Boom! It hit me.
Wow.
Then I started to run home and get all these magazines. I'm like, this is Susan Taylor,
Right.
the editor-in-chief of Exxon.
Right.
So Susan said to me, Henry, you have a look. I want you to do something with it.
Mm-hmm.
She got me into modeling.
Wow. Awesome.
So she sent me to photographers.
Mm-hmm.
She sent me to an agent. I had an agent.
Mm-hmm.
And I started to model. And I remember the first magazine I was in, was the time that Oprah was blowing up.
Oh.
They had Oprah on the cover of Essence, and I was in that magazine.
Wow.
So
Now you still have the magazine.
I have that.
Awesome. Beautiful.
But as time went on, I had to become a man. I could not just give up life and start modeling. Modeling is not, people think,
All right.
yeah, you still got to pay rent. You still got to eat.
Like rags to riches, no.
You still got to wash your, you got, like, it's either me working or trying to do modeling. Either me working or continue to stay with mine and try to model.
Right.
Me as a model, when I got a call from my agency to go to a job, there might be 50 to 100 people there for one job.
Right.
Like what they call a cattle call.
Yes.
From all walks of life, black folks.
Right.
New York City, people come there. They think they have a talent.
Right.
Some of them do.
Yeah.
A lot of them, most of those people survive. Most of those people have to go back home. They have to go back home because they didn't make it.
Okay.
And we're talking about young professional people with a BA or with a master's. Come, some of them, I want to go to Broadway. They could sing. I want to be in the movies. Could act.
Right.
But baby, you got 100 people waiting on one job.
Yes, sir.
And who survived? When it's all said and done, tomorrow the rent got to be paid.
Right.
Tomorrow you got to eat.
Right.
Tomorrow you got to have money in your pocket to get on the subway.
Yeah.
To go here and there. And biggest thing of all, you have to have health insurance.
Yeah.
You got people, and I've seen it in that city. 3 and 4 people live in one bedroom, in a 1-bedroom apartment. 3 girls might live together. 2 guys might live together. People are trying to make it. That's but we'll that is amazing about trying to make it in New York City. I see people who have a doctorate, have a master's degree, temping. Temping on the job, which means they're waiting to get a call to say, well, you're going to be at Essence today for 8 hours working, or you're going to be at Exxon today for 8 hours working, not knowing where they're going to come in work tomorrow. So that's my life in trying to be a model. I had choices to make. And then when I did get a real job out there working in the daycare, working with daycare, my uncle got me a job in a hospital. When I was working as a person working with a therapist. I was an assistant physical therapist. That's what they said. But they were paying the bill and I had insurance. Along with that, what came along was we were involved in a union called 1189 SCIU, which means being involved with that union, we had rights. Right. We have a right, if something go wrong, someone to speak up for you. So I've seen people in that hospital had problems. Come to work late, not doing what this one do. So I would like, I got involved with their problems.
Right. Sure.
By getting involved with their problems, I spoke for them.
Yes.
And the members named, the workers named me as a delegate. That means I was a shop steward within the job place. The union, seeing how good I was with it, they offered me to take a leave for a year to come work for them. Wow. And when I came to work for them, I was like, wow, they gave me a car. They gave me I didn't have to pay no more phone bill. They gave me an expense account. They gave me a tablet.
Yeah.
And I had a big office downtown Manhattan.
Hey.
I said, I ain't going back to the hospital.
God was good.
So, after a year being on leave from the hospital, they offered me to come on permanently. They didn't have to ask twice. So, that's when I started working for the union. And started working for is it still on?
No. It's not.
And that's when God opened up the doors. Oh, my Lord. It's going.
It's gone?
Yeah.
What, did it stop?
I just stopped it probably. Trying to move it over.
It still should be going on.
It's going. Okay.
Yeah.
So when the union asked me to work for them, things started to really change.
God opened the door for you.
So after working for the union, my first position at the union was representing home care workers who work within the home. I would help negotiate contracts for them. And after a year after doing that, I seen different departments within the union, and I seen this. They had a political department. I said, the political department, they travel. They work for politicians. They do. So I started to put my name in the hat to work in the political department, and I did. One of the first persons who's very famous now, who I became personal friends with, and worked on her first campaign as became a city council, was LaTrece James. So LaTrece James, by the union endorsing her, when she first ran for public office in New York City, we became personal friends.
Awesome.
And I worked on her campaign and she won. And the second campaign I worked on was we endorsed David Dinkins, the first black mayor of New York City. We won that campaign. We made history. And during that time, we were still 1199 New York, and we merged with an organization called SEIU, which was 5 million workers, healthcare workers around the country. SEIU needed a political piece. We needed more members. During that time, it was only 80,000 of us in New York State. That was a lot of folks. We merged with SEIU. SEIU gave us 5 other states, which brought 1199 New York and SEIU to 450,000 members. SEIU had 5 million members. So we merged with them. They gave us massive. We got Rochester, New York. We have Buffalo. We got Pennsylvania. We got Washington, Maryland. We got Florida. So we merged with SEIU. And merging with SEIU, they knew that we in New York State was this powerful union that was electing governors, electing mayors, SEIU needed a political piece. So we merged with them. That's when we went international.
Wow.
So first international campaign I worked on was Kerry. That was Kerry ran for president of the United States. They assigned me to Cincinnati, Ohio, because Ohio was a state that was red. We needed to change it blue in order for a president, someone to win the presidency, along with other blue states. Red states we had changed. So I worked for Kerry. Kerry ran, then win. We lost that state. We lost the presidency. So here we are years later. There was someone making some noise named Barack Obama out of Illinois. When Barack, Senator Obama, put his hat in the ring, I'm gonna be honest, I was the first one to say he ain't gonna win no president.
Not with a name like that, right? That's right.
So I'm arguing with the union. We did our round table. I said, we can't endorse him. He can't win. I'm saying that,
Right.
along with others.
Mm-hmm.
Well, got outvoted.
Yeah.
We're going to endorse this man. And now, here we go. We needed to put people in Ohio. We needed to put people in Nevada. That was a red state. We needed to win Nevada. We needed to win Ohio. We needed to win Florida. We needed to win Pennsylvania. We needed to win New Jersey. And we needed to win Virginia. We didn't win Florida. We won Nevada. We won Pennsylvania. We won Virginia. Along with and then we changed Ohio from red to blue. I remember that night. What they did, they put me in Ohio along with others. I was there for 2 years. When they relocated me, they give you an apartment, a townhouse, they give you a car. Every 2 weeks, they will fly you back to where you live, just to come home. So I never would come home because my job, others was foot soldiers. That means they were knocking on doors, getting people to register to vote, and you probably had to happen to
Sure, absolutely.
My job was there with 3 young ladies. My job was to deal with the churches within Cincinnati. I couldn't go home on the weekends because every Sunday I had to be in church. I would have to, with those 3 young ladies, we would go visit the secretaries of the churches during the week.
Right.
To sit down and talk with the secretary so we can get on the program on Sunday morning.
Sure.
And we were good at it. Everybody did not turn us down. So every Sunday I was speaking in church. They would introduce me, and I had to get up and say something. Introduce who I was. Henry Singleton from New York. Churches had to be very careful about their endorsement of political people. Some of them had to be careful, and some didn't.
Right.
And then we ran, and then I got to know something about it. That during them 2 years, I was very disappointed in some of the churches as I got to know them. I got to find out some political stuff that I didn't want to know. A lot of our black churches, I'm saying all,
right.
The Republicans know how to deal with them.
Oh.
The ministers.
Yes, sir.
They gave them food pantries. Hear me out. Made sure that they got a daycare center.
Wow.
Hear me out.
Yes, sir.
Made sure that the wife was the head of the daycare center. Made sure the wife was the head of the food pantry.
Oh.
So we went in there trying to talk. And they got all these black folks, grandma paying their dues, paying their tithes and they don't know what's going on behind the scenes. I'm like, why is Reverend John won't treat us so nice? And then we got to know that the Republicans was controlling some of our black churches in Cincinnati. But we made sure you got a food pantry.
Right.
We made sure you got a daycare center.
Right.
We made sure that you got something
right.
that the state is helping you with.
Your people.
My
Your people. Right, absolutely. Sure.
But one thing blew me away after doing that campaign. It was so, I'm like, Pastor, why would you never say anything from the pulpit about grandma can tell? It's in the state of Ohio, you can have a felony and register to vote.
Oh.
A lot of people don't know that.
Right.
You can have a felony.
I hear you.
And register to vote.
Right.
Why wasn't some of my churches, black churches, telling grandma who come to grandma and say, my son been in prison for this, for the felony, blah. But the church would never make an announcement from the pulpit saying to grandma, your son who don't come to church could vote. Right. I'm like, what's this thing going? And it hurted me. I'm out there, I'm finding out stuff.
Right.
Why isn't a black minister who had a black congregation, grandma got kids might have been to prison, but the preacher would never say from the pulpit that their son who had a felony could vote.
Right.
I'm watching this scenario.
Mm-hmm.
It goes right back to them getting a daycare center.
Right.
The preacher is he's the president of the daycare center, director,
Right.
and you got church, and you got this, and it's all about him and his children. Not saying all.
Right. No, I heard you.
We
Right.
ran into some stuff out there.
Right.
And when we got around in Cincinnati, of course, I said, why the radio station wanted me to interview me.
Ah.
They wanted to interview, oh, Lord, they shouldn't ask me that.
Right.
I got on TV, on radio, I told it all.
Right.
I'm just like I'm sitting here telling you.
Yes, sir.
That black churches were, and it all boils down to the Republicans knew something in those states.
Right.
Let me control the black church. I can stay in office.
Right. Absolutely.
And because they had the power with a stroke of a pen to get that church money to open up a daycare center, after school program, or full pension. Now,
Right.
gotcha.
Right.
Don't you say that.
Right.
But Lord, when they put me on radio, I told it all.
All right.
I told them. They didn't. After that, and it was amazing. After that, the churches that was turning their back on us, did not want to speak in church, they started calling us.
Oh, my Lord.
Gotcha.
And at the end of the day, when Barack Obama ran for president, we changed that state from red to blue
Right.
for him to be the president of the United States.
Awesome. Did you have a chance to meet him through the campaign?
I never did physically meet him,
Yes, sir.
but I was in his presence several times.
Sure.
Because security,
Right.
they wasn't going to let you too close to them.
Right.
You know, less than they got your name on something that you.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Right.
I got a plaque that he signed for me in my you see the plaque, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I got a plaque that he gave me.
Okay.
In the Singleton that worked on his campaign. So
Awesome.
working on that campaign with Barack, changing Ohio from red to blue, changing Nevada with others from SCIU from red to blue, changing Pennsylvania from red to blue, changing the Virginia from red to blue. These are the states that we need in order for him to be the president of the United States.
Right.
And we did it.
Yeah. And absolutely, I mean, it sounds like a exciting, rewarding career. But after 40 years, like, what happened? Is just it was time, or
Good question.
was it a burnout? Though was there?
No. I've seen some things.
Oh.
I've been in New York for 40 years.
Okay.
New
Okay.
York City is a melting pot of people from all over the world.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
As I studied New York and as I went through my mind and seen New York, I didn't grow up around Caribbeans. I didn't grow up around Haitians. I didn't grow up around Africans. I didn't grow up around Chinese.
Country folk, right?
I didn't grow up, and then I learned something as that melting pot
Sure.
was that I learned how to speak out.
Oh.
Okay.
And if I would have did that in Alabama, them white folks probably wouldn't listen.
Ain't no problem. Say it. They
I learned how to see all of these,
Awesome.
and I seen something. As I worked for a union, I seen people, and I finally moved to Harlem. And Harlem is a melting pot of people like me and you, African American. But I seen something that scared me. People got old. Most people in New York City, they came from somewhere.
Yeah.
Whether it's from the South, the Midwest, I'm talking about African Americans.
Yeah.
A lot of them stayed too long. Or some of them might not have stayed in touch with family back home.
Mm-hmm.
They came to New York young, vibrant. New York City is a place you can party 24/7.
Yes, sir.
It's 24 hours of daylight. But knowing me as a Singleton, I looked on the other side. I've seen people who got old.
Mm-hmm.
And I've seen how they was taken advantage of.
Wow.
You got Caribbeans, Africans, other ethnic backgrounds coming to the city. They come in the city because they know someone.
Mm-hmm.
For me as a black man, I have choices to go back. They can't go back.
They can.
They are here in New York City, there are people who did extremely well. They bought brownstone.
Okay.
They bought condos. They got old, home attendants. Majority, what black folks used to do, African Americans, they had children. My child ain't doing that.
Right.
So that's what majority of people who work in our hospitals in New York City are Caribbeans, Asians. Years ago, it was African Americans, 60s, 50s, early 70s. They made sure that their kids got educated. You're not going to do what I do.
Right.
But Caribbeans, Haitians, Russians, they have no choice. They come and say, there ain't no health care in where they come from.
Right.
There ain't no pensions.
Right. Oh, definitely not pensions.
There
Right.
ain't no Social Security.
Right.
So they come to America.
Yes, sir.
They come to America, the melting pot.
Mhm.
So after I seen these seniors who was African Americans got old, and here come these home attendants to take care of them. They got money in the bank. They got property. You can't own land in New York City.
Oh.
But they got brownstone. And I seen how they were taking advantage of them, making them sign over stuff,
Wow. Okay.
taking over their bank accounts because they had no family.
Right.
People come to these cities from African Americans from these different parts of the South and the Midwest. They come, they're young, they might want to act, they might want to do this, but they're young and they want to party.
Yeah.
But somewhere along the way they got some sense and got a job and started doing things. The husband might have died or the wife. When I seen the scenario of people getting older, I said, no. Lord, I prayed. I said, Jesus, let me retire. See, I want to go back to South Carolina working for them now. I can't work for white folks down there. See, things differently. I should have told them folks. I said, Father, let me retire. But I can't go back working. I don't want to go back to work. I don't want to go back begging. So, Father, give me Social Security, which I've been working all my life. I was going to get that.
Yeah.
But I found a job that had a pension. And there was plenty of times politicians came to me and said, can you come work for me? But there was no pension.
Okay.
All right.
You can give me $2 more. But my benefits, look at my benefits. But look what's going to happen to me
God
if I
bless you.
retire.
God bless you. Yeah.
So I retired.
Okay.
I retired. 2 weeks later, I was back in Alabama.
Oh, yes, you are.
Awesome.
And my back in Alabama, I said to my God, don't let me get old here. I see what happens
When you get older. Yeah.
with these people in this city.
Mhm.
There was no marriage. There was no this, no that. So I came back home.
Wow.
And I came back home, and it's amazing. I talk to Auntie about this all the time. Where I live, Martin Luther King demonstrated in front of the building where black folks couldn't even eat his rest. Couldn't even go into the building. Martin Luther King demonstrated in front of the Crest building.
Right.
I'm the first retiree in the building.
Right.
I live there now.
Yes, sir. Awesome.
Where they locked up black folks in the Dexter Avenue Baptist Church. I'm a block from
Okay.
Montgomery.
Right.
I live there now.
3
blocks from the Capitol, where George Wallace, one of the greatest
Right.
figures in the
Oh,
world.
my
Right.
Lord.
I live down the street on Dexter Avenue.
Right. Awesome.
I came back home to live where I wanted to live.
God bless you.
And it's
Awesome.
amazing. I studied that for about 10 years.
All right.
I would come home every year.
Mhm.
I'd go downtown. So I'm going to live. This is what I'm going to do. And everything I thought of came true.
God bless you.
And
Right.
it came true because I said, God, if you let me go to retirement, I'll get out.
Right.
I didn't have to. I'm a black man that ain't nobody looking for me. I can see a boat.
Right.
I ain't running from nobody.
Yes, sir.
I ain't up on no child support. Ain't nobody looking for blue. And God knows it wasn't easy.
Right.
The
Absolutely. Yes,
devil
sir.
came out. Oh my! The devil came after me looking like me and you.
Yes, sir.
The devil came after me looking like Chinese. The devil came after me looking Caribbean, I mean Haitian. My biggest problem with people that look like me or you, Gerald, was people from Haiti,
yes, sir.
Caribbean island, or Africa. Look like me or you.
Yes, sir.
They were my biggest problem.
Wow.
In that city.
Okay.
It's amazing. I don't know what them white folks tell them when they come over. They tell them stuff. Them ones live in that city, them African Americans who live in America, they all on drugs. They all this. That's all they want to do. But when they get here, they see something totally different.
Yeah.
And I can say to you with no uncertain terms, I had a party in my living room. I heard two Africans saying, I don't like going down this road. They were talking about Barack Obama, who was president. Two African guys. They said, I don't know why they call Obama African American. Well, caught my attention. They in my house. I didn't say nothing.
Right, yeah, you're listening, yes, sir.
They said, his mother is white, and his father from Africa. Why are they calling him African American? I said, do Lord remember. Obama would have ran out there talking about my father white, and my mother's from Africa. He would have never. But to hear that comment,
yes, sir.
That from people who were from Africa, to say that, they did not like him saying to himself that I'm African American. He never would have been the president if he. Obama ain't stupid.
Right. Yes, sir.
And I've heard other comments. Why they got a name Martin Luther King birthday? Bob Marley did more work. I told one of them fools, I said, Martin Luther King smoked no damn marijuana. But they were putting Bob Marley on the same level of a Martin Luther King. And they did not think that he should have a holiday. But I'm going to leave that alone because I'm being taped. Say what I've seen, what I experienced, but New York City, I've learned so much.
I believe that, sure.
Sometime I think about it, and I said to Auntie, why did I even leave? Gerald, from the way I was going, y'all probably been watching me or anything tonight. This is the circle.
Yes, sir, that you were.
I put myself, I was always on the news. I was always in the paper, but that was because of the job that I did.
Yes, sir.
It's always there. But I gave it all up. And I used to call Auntie, why did I come home? Auntie said, Blue, God wanted you back here. I tell her all the time. And let's be fair, I never met this young man.
Absolutely. I knew you had to go down that street. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
I probably would have met her Emma Lou.
Absolutely.
I wouldn't have met her. I probably wouldn't have been here today.
And we're going to conclude because I want to show you some of the history that I have put together. But just drop some names on us of people who you've met. Not so much personal friends, but just some of the celebrities that we possibly see that you've met.
I have a book.
Okay.
I was speaking on that earlier. I have a book of called Obama Picture Book that I won at a modeling show with Essence. And that book just has pictures of the president. And I started to, the book sat in my living room for a whole year. I said, what am I going to do with this book? And something hit me. God said, there's this history sitting on you. So what you going to do with it? Yeah, I thought about it. I said, well, I go around celebrities for my job in the political arena. And I started to take this book with me. And the first person I got in the book was Al Sharpton. Know him personally.
We know him.
Second person was Jesse Jackson.
Awesome.
I said, whoa, wait a minute. Then I met Aretha Franklin. Then I went on down the road somewhere down Spike Lee sign.
Oh, wow.
Then I went on I got a picture of Magic Johnson sign.
Oh,
then
wow.
I got a picture of what's her name? what do you call it?
Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight.
Then I got started to go on that Bill Clinton sign.
Wow.
Then Hillary sign.
Yeah.
Then I got a whole like some white folks. A lot of white folks.
Whole lot of white folks, they want to sign it.
I got Chuck Schumer.
Chuck Schumer. Wow.
I got I would say I got close to 150 to 200 celebrities.
Outstanding.
Ron
Outstanding.
Brothers sign.
Yeah.
I go on to you name political figures.
Yes, absolutely.
I got when Tree seen it, she was freaked out. Was like, wow. Tish James signed it.
Wow. Right.
So I Charlie Ringo signed it.
Right.
It's just I can't think of all this.
So all in all, you would just bring the book with you to a function and then just, I have this book, you know, would you like to sign it?
No, I
No?
don't like no.
No? Okay.
Yeah, I know. In my job in the political arena,
Yes, sir.
we would buy tickets to big time dinners.
Okay.
I knew some celebrity going to be there,
Okay.
so I would take my book with me.
Right.
I had it in a folder like you would carry your computer in.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
stuff, very big.
Right.
Now I just open up the book. I see somebody. I said, "Ooh, there's a Reed Frank." I'm not gonna handle this.
Yes. Absolutely.
So Rita got 4 or 5 big bodyguards.
I believe that. Yeah.
So I see her and she's sitting down talking with Talarina. After a while, these guys are standing there, and after a while, she'll pop her head.
Right.
And she pop her head. Then I said,
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
and
She's
she
coming.
tells security.
Right. Awesome.
That's,
Awesome.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So definitely living the dream, life, health, and strength. Is any goals, any bucket lists that you still wanna?
I just thank God that
Life, health, and strength. That's for
that
sure.
my health and strength. I
Mhm.
thank God that I retired off a job that
Me too.
not only I have Social Security benefits, which is
Yes, sir.
Medicaid or Medicare. but
Yes, sir.
I have Aetna,
Okay.
which covers the 20%.
And how many years on the job?
I did 30 years.
30 years. Wow.
30 years, and I just thank God that I'm a black man and I can still vote.
God bless you. Thank you.
Because of this system,
Right.
we can.
Yeah.
And just thank God that I'm not nobody looking for me.
Right, absolutely. I want to go all the way back to the beginning, and like you said, growing up and going to your grandmother's house. At that point, were there any cousins around? I mean, other than Uncle Tadai's kids, were there any other cousins?
I had cousins on my mother's.
Oh, your mom, yeah, right, your mom's side. Gotcha. Okay.
Quite a few.
Okay. Are you still in touch with them?
Well, not anymore.
No.
I was in touch with them, and they thought I came back from New York and I had $2.
Okay. Did they wanted to know you more than you wanted to know them? Huh?
I still talk to Auntie about it. What they did to me.
Oh, Lord.
Gave a lot.
Okay, beautiful.
Leave it alone.
Okay.
Glad I found out when I did.
Yeah. Well, bucket list. Is there anything that you or place you want to go? Anything?
I think you know you would say the bucket list. I'm with a woman who don't have kids and I don't either. And we've been on 4 cruises.
Awesome.
Something I thought I would never do. She has a farm. We cut the grass on that farm. We just do so much.
God bless you.
Yeah. I have something I always wanted. I have a brand new Corvette steamer.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's my
Red of all colors, absolutely. Gotcha. Beautiful.
That's what I always wanted.
Beautiful.
I got it, and I enjoy it,
Mm-hmm.
and life is good.
Gotcha. As far as family, I mean, we stay in touch. I know that. Is there any other family members that you stay in touch with?
Well, I'm kind of glad that me and Tweety is bonding.
Okay, good. Okay.
Really glad of that.
Okay.
If you say on my mother's side, I've been there, done that. That is a disaster.
You don't even. Okay, gotcha. All right.
But,
now, what about Jackie? Because she's in.
Well, Jackie, she's a minister.
Yeah, she's a minister. Right.
We have visited her church several times.
Sure.
I think that I'm glad to see that she's doing well.
Sure, absolutely.
We supposed to have been going to Louisville for a big Thanksgiving dinner with Jackie Lloyd and Sweetie.
That's you shared that, yeah.
Yeah, well, because of certain circumstance, that can't happen.
Okay, gotcha.
But I can't say that's a bucket list.
Okay.
I can say I thank God for my health.
Day to day, then, huh?
I just thank God that
Right.
I ain't got to work for these white folks.
Okay.
I'll be upset.
No, don't do that. Don't do that.
I won't do that. But
thank you.
On and on, growing up in West End.
Yeah.
Going through life and going to New York. I don't know. I think if I didn't go to New York, I wouldn't be here.
That's what you consistently said, yeah, because of the life in down south.
And me going to New York opened up a whole new world.
Sure, absolutely. Rewarding, very rewarding. Yeah.
I learned how to do that. I learned a lot.
All right.
Don't get me wrong. I learned a lot there, but to show you, jealousy, envy, they exist everywhere.
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Right.
I come from a praying family. I
Mm-hmm.
might not have been on my mother's side.
Right.
But I remember this.
Yes, sir.
My grandma, who I'm looking at her picture, told me as a little kid, she said, God got something for you to do.
Oh.
I never forgot it.
Awesome.
I remember another thing. When things wasn't that right in New York City,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to give up and come home. Grandma told me something.
Right.
She said, Blue, you know where you came from. I said,
Oh, my Lord.
She said, you was raised in that church in West End.
Right.
Ebenezer.
Yeah.
She said, I want you to find your church.
Okay. Awesome.
And the rest is history.
Yes, sir. God bless you.
I was going to give up.
Right.
I was going to give up and go back to Alabama.
Gotcha.
But when she told me, you got to find a church.
Right.
That's
Awesome. Thank you absolutely for sharing the love. And again, we're going to try to post this. Not try, I can. I just got to find the technology to post it to our Ancestry site. And going forward, again, if anybody would like your information, then if they get in contact with me, I'll let you know. You tell me no. Thank you. Anything you want to add, birthday lady? Nothing you want to add?
He didn't say it at all.
As far as family history, we were talking over lunch about the row houses. Do you recall anybody else on McKinley Street that you know of, or any family member that you might have visited there? Because
I've been back.
No, growing up.
Well, I think most of the people, me going away for 40 years in a way, most people either passed on.
Okay.
The younger people my age, they were a little bit more educated. They moved up.
Gotcha.
They went, in Alabama now, you can, wherever your money allow you to live, you can live. You can live there now. And
Gotcha.
the kids that I grew up with, the ones who was made it and around my age, they didn't live within the community that we came. That was okay during that time.
Mm-hmm.
But they had the nourishment. They had the inner strength of their mother and father to go on and do things differently, and they did.
Well, awesome.
West End, I would say now is like a ghost town.
Yes, absolutely.
It's a ghost town.
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm not the only one that drives through there. During the day, we ain't going that
I agree with you.
Yeah, I'm sure there's others.
Gotcha.
Drive through and say, wow, we've had some famous people that come out of West End.
Sure.
No.
The famous one
Go.
is an international baseball player called Oscar Gamble.
He came from the West End. Is that right? We definitely know him.
Big Afro.
Sure, yeah.
He came from West End.
Wow. Okay.
He played with the New York Yankees, won 2 World Series.
Yeah.
I didn't get in the conversation of me dealing with him in New York. I didn't get in the conversation of dealing with him and Reggie Jackson in New York.
Oh, wow.
Which I did. You say what's the other famous people I met? Met Reggie Jackson, Dave Winfield.
Oh, yes.
Oscar Gamble.
Okay.
Greg Nellos.
Mm-hmm.
Quite a few.
Right.
So
Gotcha.
I didn't get into that side of it.
Awesome. Got a story to tell, man.
You're making sure it
Absolutely.
is.
Well, you got to write your memoirs. You got to hire an editor so you can put everything down. Thank you. Absolutely.
It is.
You didn't live a boring and dull life now.
No,
Come
I
on.
lived a life I can say, kids say, and I'm still living off prayers of others.
Ah, awesome. That's humbling. That's humbling.
Live off prayers of
Absolutely.
others. Because
Gotcha.
one thing I knew that I learned that stayed with me within West End, we didn't mess with drugs.
Right. Okay. Yes, sir.
That's something we didn't do.
Right. Yeah.
I experienced marijuana, heard about it, or experienced it in New York City.
Yes, sir.
I never did that in West End.
Right.
The only thing that I seen was a drug in West End was
Sure.
called liquor.
Right.
We didn't know nothing about
Right.
what's going on.
Right.
That kind of stuff.
Crazy.
No, sure
Okay.
did.
It was corn liquor.
Yeah,
That
okay.
was homemade at that.
Get a quarter shot and be drunk
It,
for a week.
it
Right.
they would see through you had. She gonna get that money from you.
We had cousins that would give you a quarter shot.
Right.
Sure would.
Gotcha.
So that was the biggest.
Yes,
They had that, they drank a little of that, baby, they go and go to sleep.
Sure would. It's talking about all this killing. Ooh,
So it's life has
yes,
life
it's
has showed me
Sure.
I've seen something in life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm now different from anybody else. I've seen death.
Yes, sir.
You've seen it, Gerald.
Yes,
In
sir.
that World Trade Center.
Yeah.
You've seen death.
Yeah.
Yes, dear.
A car has stopped this close to me.
Right. In New York City.
Oh,
Definitely. Yeah.
That close.
Yes, sir. I believe
Taking
you.
me out.
Right.
Uh-huh.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
Okay?
Crazy. Yes, sir.
Experiencing bad women. Yes, I lived in New York City. I'm from Alabama.
Survivor. You're a survivor.
I
Yeah.
come from Alabama. I'm
Right.
seeing some of the beautiful faces. I ain't never seen a face this pretty in my whole life.
Right.
But baby, God said that ain't for you.
Right.
Some way, somehow,
Right. He steered you away. Gotcha.
kept me going.
God bless you.
Life is good,
Yeah.
and it still is good. So we just still have so much to do. There's so many behind us.
Yeah.
Sure,
I
yeah.
hope somebody hear my stories. Somebody hear what happened to me. They can pass it on to somebody young.
Absolutely.
Somebody passed to me.
Sure.
My father was a Rolling Stone,
Yeah.
but he was my dad.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes,
He
sir.
sure was.
Yeah.
My father was one of the most sharpest dresses in the world. So is his son, Blue.
Is that? Gotcha.
I love
Awesome.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Oh, my goodness.
Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you.